The Dallas Cowboys are in serious trouble, so we're gonna be going through that and 5 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Dallas Cowboys news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel hitting that red button down below. The first story is Dallas Cowboys reach decision on Dak Prescott future after playoffs nightmare, and it may be serious trouble for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are set to commit to Dak Prescott as their starting quarterback going forwards despite his disappointing performance in the NFL playoffs. In the divisional round of the postseason, the Cowboys fell 19-12 to the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's Stadium. The result ensured Dallas continued their streak of failing to reach the NFC Championship game, with their last appearance in the contest coming back in 1995. The result in the revived classic rivalry between two iconic franchises also meant the Cowboys will have to wait to add a 6th championship. Since winning Super Bowl 30 in the 1995 season, the iconic franchise have had 12 playoff appearances, but just 5 wins. Dallas boasted a dominant defense heading into the postseason, but offensive struggles proved to be their undoing in 2022. Prescott threw for 206 yards and a touchdown, but he also tossed 2 interceptions as the 49ers did enough to see off the Cowboys. While the franchise decided to drop offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who was quickly picked up by the Los Angeles Chargers, the Cowboys are reportedly not considering a change at quarterback. On Wednesday, Dallas Executive Vice President Stephen Jones spoke to reporters about Prescott's future at the Senior Bowl. Jones insisted the team is fully committed to Prescott, who led the NFL in interceptions with 15 despite missing time due to injury. Jones suggested Prescott could be the quarterback of the Cowboys for the next 10 years. Prescott has been with the Cowboys since they selected him in the 4th round of the 2016 NFL Draft. His contract only runs for the next 2 seasons, but Jones said the team is open to an extension in order to lower the current cap hit. A new agreement between Prescott and the Cowboys would highlight the belief the franchise has in the 29-year-old, while they could also lower his cap hit over the next few seasons to help the team add weapons and strengthen the roster. Prescott is projected to have a hit of just over $49 million in 2023 and above $52 million in 2024. In 2022, Prescott passed for 2,860 yards and threw 23 touchdowns as well as his league-leading picks. He also defeated Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the wild-card round of the NFL playoffs, ensuring he inflicted the final loss on the iconic quarterback before he announced his retirement after 23 years and 7 Super Bowl titles. The second story is Dallas Cowboys are open to a return from running back Ezekiel Elliott at the right price. Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones, along with team executive vice president Stephen Jones, said they would like to see running back Ezekiel Elliott return if the price is right. Elliott, a 3-time Pro Bowler, finished with 876 rushing yards and no 100-yard rushing games. Elliott struggled down the stretch with just 63 yards total in the last 3 regular season games. Yet, team officials believe the type of plays called for Elliott and the type of defensive looks he faced contributed to a perceived down season. Obviously, we're probably one of the top teams in the league already with what we pay running backs, Stephen Jones said. We have to make sure how we pay attention to this and how we spread it out and how we divide up the pie. We have to relook at that. We have to look at Zeke, and obviously Tony is looking to make more money. So we have to relook at the whole thing in terms of turning back and what that looks like. Oh yes, the money. Elliott is signed through the 2026 season and is scheduled to make $10.9 million in a base salary. The Cowboys can create $10.9 million in cap space if Elliott is designated as a post-June 1st cut. If that occurs, the team would have to spread out nearly $12 million in dead money over the next 3 seasons. Pollard enters free agency, and if he's franchised, the projected guarantee salary is $10.9 million. When we ask a question about whether financially something is realistic, any one thing is, Jerry Jones said. Any 2 things are, and I'm not trying to talk out of both sides of my mouth. You can have anything you can do one time, or anything you can do 3 or 4 places, but all of that impacts what you can do in other places. The third story is Jerry Jones doubles down on decision to trade Amari Cooper. Last year, the Dallas Cowboys were cap-strapped and needed to make some move that would be difficult for any team. One decision that was made was trading wide receiver Amari Cooper, who they acquired during the 2018 season, to the Cleveland Browns in exchange for 2 fifth-round draft picks in 2022 and a sixth-round pick swap in 2022. While the move did free up cap space, it left a big void in the wide receiver room. While speaking with the media at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones doubled down on his decision to trade Cooper, saying that it helped build the team that they had this season. You can listen to Jones' comments below, courtesy of Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News. When I look at the salary involved, over $20 million a year, and I look at what we got with that salary to help this team that we wouldn't have been able to have with this team had we kept him. I like what we did, Jones said. By making this move, the Cowboys freed up $16 million in cap space. Trading Cooper wasn't the only move that Dallas made last offseason. They also released defensive tackle La'el Collins, who went on to sign a 3-year, $21 million contract with Cincinnati. Dallas obviously had CeeDee Lamb leading the way, and they had Michael Gallup return for Week 4 after recovering from a torn ACL. Yet, Dallas was middle of the pack in receiving, as they averaged just 230.1 yards per game. Having Cooper with Lamb and Gallup really opened things up for the Cowboys. Without Cooper, the Cowboys struggled, perhaps most evidently during the divisional round against the San Francisco 49ers. Lamb was targeted 13 times by quarterback Dak Prescott, and tight end Dalton Schultz received 10 looks. Behind those two in terms of most targets was running back Ezekiel Elliott with 4. Gallup received just 3 targets. This season in Cleveland, with Jacoby Brissett and Deshaun Watson throwing him the football, Cooper caught 7-8 of 132 targets for 1,160 yards and 9 touchdowns. Jones obviously has no regrets about trading away Cooper to free up cap space. It will be interesting to see what they do this offseason. Will they add a wide receiver through free agency? Will they use their first-round pick on a pass catcher? We'll find out as the offseason progresses. The fourth story is Cowboys back in Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstakes. Jerry Jones says the Dallas Cowboys are going back after free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham. That's the vow of owner Jerry Jones, who said on Wednesday from the Senior Bowl that the Cowboys would revisit the idea of signing the rehabbing Pro Bowler. Jones's latest comments about the 30-year-old Beckham come after the Wideout posted a workout video to Twitter. In the video, Beckham was seen running routes, which he did not do during his visit with the Cowboys. "I swear I'm loading," Beckham said. "Nowhere near I want to be, but exactly where I need to be." In another tweet, Beckham gave an update on where he is in his recovery. 70%, Beckham stated. The Cowboys were in hot pursuit of Beckham during the season, contacting him over the phone and even hosting him on a visit. But ultimately, red flags caused Dallas to move on from Beckham, at least temporarily, as concerns arose that Beckham hadn't fully recovered from his ACL injury. At the time, the Cowboys needed someone to help them now, and that someone turned out to be T.Y. Hilton. So now the focus inside the Star is on improving the team for next fall, giving them time to help OBJ in rehab. Or maybe just establishing that Jerry and Beckham represent an NFL version of Moth to a Flame. The fifth story is the Cowboys will not be able to sign Tom Brady as he is retiring. In a Twitter post by Tom Brady, he said, "Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring. For good," the Hall of Fame-bound quarterback said in a brief video posted to his Twitter account Wednesday morning. "I won't be long-winded. You only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year," he continued, a reference to his retirement announcement after last year's season, one he quickly withdrew to return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers did make the playoffs for their 3rd year in a row under Brady, but they underperformed, and the 45 going on 46-year-old field captain has apparently decided he's now done for good. Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time by any metric. He holds just about every significant NFL passing record, including career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He was selected to a record 15 Pro Bowls and won 3 MVP awards, including one when he was 40. Brady's greatness was defined by his success in the postseason, in particular his record 7 Super Bowl titles. He won his first in 2002 as the replacement for the injured Drew Bledsoe with the New England Patriots, and his last in 2001 in his first year with the Buccaneers. The Bucs finished a mediocre 8-9 in Brady's final season, one which was complicated by his divorce from Gisele Bündchen before getting blown out by the Dallas Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs. Many speculated Brady would be back for the 2023 season with a new team, but it wasn't to be. "Thank you so much to every single one of you that supported me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever," he said in the video posted Wednesday, fighting back tears. "Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. I love you all." It was announced last year that when Brady retires from playing, he would join Fox Sports as a television analyst in a 10-year, $375 $25 million deal. Kraft hopes to sign Brady, who played his first 20 NFL seasons with New England, to a symbolic one-day contract after the quarterback announced his retirement Wednesday. "Not only do I want it, our fans are clamoring for it. To us, he always has been and always will be a Patriot," Kraft told CNN on Thursday. "We will do everything in our power to bring him back, have him sign off as a Patriot, and find ways to honor him for many years to come."